Welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures anime review. This is episode number 24. This I'm reviewing the 17th episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Golden Wind Babyface, which is also the 130th episode of the anime. This episode covers chapters 500 to 505. Yeah, it picks up where last week's episode where it was revealed that the character Trish has a stand. As what it is, we'll find out till later. And for the first time in probably about 4 or 5 episodes, we have it where Gorno actually does something instead of being taken captive or nearly getting murdered. Yeah, he actually does something for a change. I'm not doing very much. I mean, that's one of the faults about this particular story arc is that he doesn't get a lot of do. So I think he is the main character. It seems like half the time it seems like he's a supporting character, and it seems like the most developed character is Bruno. He seems like the most, let's just say, more focused character. It seems like most of the time Gorno is just a supporting character most of the time. That's just basically what it is. Yeah, and they have this guy named Masta, I think his name is, where he has a stand known as the Baby Maker, and he breaks to a car with a woman who is 24 years old, a healthy woman, mind you, and decides to have his sickest stand on her and create this tiny little thing that hides out in her hair and claims to be a baby. This woman's child. Okay. And then apparently this thing is able to slice things up to cubes and just absorb them. Okay. Yeah. And of course, unlike the last episode, Bruno did a lot. This one, it kind of falls. It's kind of what Gorno was suffering through the past couple episodes. Yeah, he was being nearly killed. No, this time Bruno got captured. From the way the story progresses, from the story perspective, because he's a capo and the fact he's an important figure, yeah, I'm sure that the baby kind of in terms of this little creature knows, don't kill Bruno and definitely don't kill Trish. I mean, in the case of Trish, he's probably ordered to, but in the case of how important Bruno is, yeah, I think he knows not to kill him, but he can kill the rest of the team, I'm sure, like, yeah. So Gorno has it where a bunch of cars just he turns a bunch of cars into frogs, because he can, so they hotwire a car. And he takes the turtle, he keeps an eye on it, he comes across a motorcycle. Yeah. And he takes the motorcycle, and he just spots it, and the creature takes his pieces of its throat, his eye, and then he transforms objects into things to replace his missing pieces, like, the stuff like, first takes his voice box, then it causes him to lose his being. He takes one of the objects, and one of the things he uses to replace the parts that was taken from him, he takes one of the objects on his suit that he wears. This odd outfit. I do not know what this thing is. It has this whole heart-shaped thing. It's kind of like this suit was designed, could be worn by a woman, but it's worn by a guy. Bruno's got pretty much the same type of suit. Yeah. And apparently, despite the fact that Trish is supposed to be, the one being protected, she asks, like, what she's asking. Like, she doesn't know what stands are, even though she has a stand. Yeah. I don't think she even knew she had a stand. But the thing is, she was probably born with a stand because her father has a stand. Yeah, his stand is, man, it's like, well, I looked it up and I barely remember, but it's kind of like Dio's stand. Yeah. That's simply the way it is. So he's basically not telling her anything at all about stands. I'm sure she's curious, but I'm sure she has the right to know because even though, yes, they're her bodyguards, they could at least tell her what stands are. Yeah, that's simply the way it is. It's a very odd episode. Yeah, one of the most. It comes with a territory we call Bizarre Adventures. And unlike the last few times when they with multi-parters, it felt like though at the end it felt like very like the character's gonna die. Yeah, this one with a cliffhanger. Yeah, he was going to win. Yeah, that's the way this episode ended. Looked like he's definitely gonna win. I'm sure. Yeah, he does because he survives to the end of the manga. So yeah, not much else to say, but a weird episode this was. Yeah. So that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned. My Comic Corner will do that next, which is going to be on 2 DC trades. You'll find out where they are next review, okay? But do see you there. Bye.